it looked so magical. It looked like, I just looked up and I was like, just like that. Hello friend, and welcome to Crystal Corner with Judy, where I share my personal thoughts based on biblical principles. On today's episode, we will be discussing when all hope is lost. Now, life can happen at any time. And there are times when you go through life and you're like, you've tried everything you could. You've given it your very best. You've come to your Waterloo. This is it. This is it. If you don't show up, God, I don't know what I'm going to do. So our scriptural reference would be the scripture that talks about faith. Faith is the substance of things hoped for, the evidence of things not seen. And I'd like to share with you an experience I had back then in my university days. That was my year one, yes. So I had this course that was like, it was an elective course, but it was a course that I just didn't like. From day one, I just had a phobia for it. The people who had gone ahead of us talked about this course, and they were like, this course was one course that most people always had to fail. So I don't know whether because of what they said or what that conditioned my mind, and I just felt I just don't love this course. Fast forward, eventually we had to write the exams. So when I was preparing for this exam, I was like, gosh, what am I going to do? The phobia was now about how do I pass this exam? At some point, there were many options the devil was bringing to my head. One of the options was, okay, scribble out points in a piece of paper and you're going to take it to the exam hall. And I actually started scribbling out some points. And I brought out the textbook and my notebook. I started scribbling. And I was like, what are you going to do with this? The whole first gap is filled up. And then you still have other topics you've not even jotted down. And then I said something to myself. I said, you know very well you're not used to this. You're going to be caught. I said, yes, I will be caught. Because I thought to myself, I said, okay, this is not going to work. So I didn't go on with that idea. And then I was having this conversation with some people, and I was like, gosh, I'm scared of this course. I'm so scared. It's one exam that I don't even know what to do. And so a classmate of mine heard me and said, which course are you talking about? And I told her. And she said, what? That's my favorite. I said, really? And the devil whispered and said to me, that's it. That's your savior. So I told her, I said, oh, Ne, Biko, please, we will sit together. During this exam, I will sit with you. I will just have to sit with you so I can copy from you. And she said, oh, no problem. That's a done deal. So on the day of the exam, we arrived at school very early, and I made sure that I was trying to ensure we had a seat. I wanted to secure a seat for us. So I told her, I said, okay, let's sit here. I took her to a place. We're going to sit here. She said, no, I don't really like this seat. I took her to another place. I said, okay, what about this place? I don't like this seat. Okay, I'm the one looking for something, so I had to be very humble. So I said, okay, should we go to this other place? And then she sat there and she was like, okay, I think this place is better. I said, okay, fine. So, and then later she said to me, okay, you know what, I want to go and pick up something. So I said, okay, fine. So it was when she left, I started thinking to myself, I said, wait, the way this lady is behaving, I don't think she would want to help me. I saw in her, like, she wasn't ready again to be of help. And then I was asking myself, so what are you going to do? And besides, what if there's an issue, you don't get to sit together or something? What are you going to do? It was at that point I decided, you know what, let me leave the exam hall. So I went to an empty classroom, and I just walked in there. And that was when I sat and I said to myself, I need God's help. I really do need God's help. So that was the first time I actually looked up and I said to God, Father, I need your help. I can't do this. I need your help. And